Hello, my name is Alex Black. I've been a Let's Think science and maths tutor for more than 25 years. Today, I want to show you a very powerful and productive and sometimes quite simple technique, the use of prediction to create cognitive conflict at the start of Let's Think science lessons. Here's an example of prediction. Um, This would be the start of a unit to do with thermal properties of materials, melting and freezing and such like. And here we have a quite common set of materials, and we would pass these out and ask the students to feel them and come up with a list of things they notice, and we record all of these. And something that always comes out is students will say, oh, the copper and the aluminium are cold, and the wood is warm, or some will say they feel cold and warm. And we use this as the basis of, okay, I'm going to ask you to make a prediction of if you put a block of ice on the wood and the copper, which of them will melt first? And students would make their predictions, and I would ask them to do that with their eyes closed in silence, um, and hold up your hand. So everyone is doing this anonymously. If you think wood, and record them on the whiteboard, and hold up your hand if you think copper, and record them. So we have all the predictions, and then later we would ask them to discuss and have a search for explanation of what they observe. And then we would show them the apparatus, and it would be set up and they would observe. And this is after 5 minutes. And this produces a huge amount of cognitive conflict because many students think, oh, the warm wood will melt the ice very quickly, whereas the cold copper will melt it very slowly. And this leads to a surprise effect that really cognitive science has shown leads to a big spark of curiosity, and this has been done in laboratory conditions with eye tracking and pupil measurements to show that there's a real physiological response that leads to an increased attention and fruitful learning outcomes. And with discussions, this can lead to correcting misconceptions and enhancing memory. So this predict, observe, and explain pedagogy is a key part of the Let's Think science and also in mathematics. Thank you for your attention and look forward to working with you in the future.